Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? I apologize firsthand, I just died. I apologize though. I'm trying to do. Oh my god, this is actually gonna be hard. I'm trying to do not so much like story mode stuff and do just like side stuff so you guys don't get spoiled. You guys saw that. You guys saw that. Um, I'm trying to do that stuff so you guys don't get spoiled. So if there is stuff in here that you don't want to see, I do apologize. And I just wanted to be able to play this game, talk about my anime because I have not got to play this game very much at all because of some homies that got on and we wind up playing some games. That's my fault, not your guys's. Anyway, Fire Force. Lord, Lord, Lord. I usually don't do Fire Force first, just simply because I usually see something that catches my attention more than Fire Force within like other episodes. But to think that Fire Force came to play this week, my days. It was the animation was on point. The story arc, like hitting moments, are absolutely fire. Um, there's not much that happens in this week's episode that you would be like, that was kind of lame. That was kind of lame. Besides maybe the fact of um, the way the brother kind of treated our main character, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. With this week's episode and us finally seeing or getting a chance to kind of understand like what the other captain girl that our main character already had bopped could maybe do. And we wind up finding out she can't really do much of anything. I really need another power. Um, and because of that, it kind of it kind of sucks to know that her character was just like designed to kind of be kind of booty. As we see our sister throwing out all of these like toys and oh my, oh, I'm so doo doo. Uh, our the sister's throwing out all these toys, and because she's throwing them all out, we wind up seeing this moment of uh, the blonde haired or the white haired girl, the captain, straight up getting like taken out by them simply because of like she got hit in the head, just kind of like the way her fight ended up. So it kind of puts into perspective or puts into a good understanding of okay, yeah, she is just literally. I have to lock on. That's stupid. She's literally just going to be this type of punching bag, maybe. So that kind of sucked to see. In the case of if she was going to have some bigger character arc this week and maybe save our character more than just once. But no, she just saves him, once. And because of that, it felt kind of lackluster for her character being a captain and all, like I've been saying every single time I kind of see her, and she winds up not really, you know, adding anything to the overall specter of the story. I don't know. It just felt weird that not only does she show up, save like unwrap him, so she's like the main reason why he even gets out. Okay, but then she gets hit by something that isn't even by the enemy and gets knocked out first touch by it. So it was, how do you say, like a slap in the face. It's like, oh well, she did get a little bit better, but how much better did she get? Not that much better. She just happened to do something helpful before she then became unhelpful. Thank God for that, right? So it was a really weird. It was really weird this week. But as a whole, I think some of these characters are probably going to show up and really give us some of our better overall like moments. In the case of the guy who is now the engineer, definitely needs to have like a moment of kind of getting back at that guy for what he's done and how he just treated, one of the, like a kid, like he really just don't care. So it kind of goes to show you what we're going to be dealing with when it comes down to further in the future of just savage people kind of doing whatever the heck they want at these points in time. Why I can't use this elevator to go back up is beyond me, though. That's annoying. But yeah, the one thing that was truly like hype though was straight up Joker coming out and telling us he's the hero. Like, Joker, really, bro? Like, you're the hero? All right, buddy, you've been smoking that cigarette a little bit too long. You are no hero. Nah, but the way that this all does turn out, he's definitely the hero. And not only is he a hero, we know about him and the guy who was driving this car this week working together. So for him to be like, oh, I just happened to show up with the car and I was capable of saving you. And if I didn't save you, you would have been screwed, like just really feeling himself. But at the end of the day, we all know what was going on, like we know how you got there, and we also know who really carried the rescue mission. Okay, so don't be trying to take all the credit. We all know Joker came through and saved you and everybody. So I can't wait to see how Joker truly is going to impact the story even more, because now he's shown up quite a couple of interesting times, in my opinion. Like, he just always has a good little, tidbit to give up an information, or he's always just kind of showing up in the right times or the wrong times to either get in the way or to help better people's understanding, stuff like that. So I'm interested in seeing what people are feeling throughout this whole entire like series as a whole, when it kind of going to come to an end. Because to be fair, there was some like very lackluster stuff that happened, but at the same time, there's episodes like this, and you're just like, oh my god, everything looks so good. The only thing that didn't look amazing for the whole entire time was the little brother's feet at one point after he like had teleported and cut down our main character. So I mean, if we're gonna be like a stickler on stuff and we're gonna notice everything on other stuff, I can notice that and tell you that was one tiny flaw that I could like actually tell you existed. Like, oh yeah, that was there, but to be fair, we've seen worse. So I don't have to do what it takes to turn that on. But other than that, the speed at which his younger brother was working, oh my God, he was this man's little brother is absolutely nuts, and I am ecstatic to see like not only not only does he compliment Arthur because he's like, wait, you reacted to that? Like, you actually reacted to that attack I just threw. That's pretty crazy. So Arthur got a little bit of a praise, which is good in the case of him not being left behind with this overall power up, burst thing that our main character has. You don't want Arthur fall too far behind him, and I think this is kind of a little bit of a hint towards, hey, he does got something going for him, so don't worry about him. What the heck? I'm doing like a kick move. That was really weird. But yeah, I definitely want to see what you guys are saying or what you guys are feeling about Fire Force. Is it still something you don't have too much faith in? Are you getting a little bit more faith after seeing some of these episodes? What do you truly kind of feel is the end game for Fire Force, or do you see it becoming a Black Clover, uh, One Piece, those types of stuff when it comes down to it growing and growing and growing? Like, there's a lot of shows out there that I didn't necessarily think would grow, but by just seeing how it's processing, how it's being like taken in by its fans and stuff like that. A lot of stuff that I wouldn't expect to grow is seemingly growing way, way quicker than I normally expect. I mean, as of now, anime usually wasn't coming out too quickly after its first like season. Like for instance, the anime I usually know or that I usually see anyway is One Punch Man style. Like you just get lucky. Oh, there's gonna be a diving button to go down there and get that. You just get lucky sooner or later, and the show just shows up. You know, like you're like, oh man, I really do miss that one show, and then finally, your wait is over. Here's that one show you've all been waiting for. It's like, oh, cool. Like it just kind of happens. But nowadays, hearing like echoing of stuff like coming or even it just popping up out of nowhere is not always the case anymore, and I kind of love that anime is taking all of its shows like relatively serious, and by giving it like this many episodes, I think we can all be happy and hope anyway that at the end of the day, all of these shows in the future can start getting like 26 episodes and can even have the chance to tell the story the way that it should be told, even if some of the stuff is left out because of still time constraints and stuff like that. As long as we get as close to the story that people have read and even maybe making it better because there's some details that were left out of the manga for time or whatever, everything could be great with these stories, but only time will tell how great it truly becomes. So, with all that being said, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I will be playing Star Wars for quite a bit, trying to 100% the game and probably platinum it because the trophies don't look that crazy. So, I hope you guys can bear in there with me and not watch me die. Uh, but yeah, with all that being said, though, I'll definitely talk to you in the next one. So, with that being said, take care and peace. I'm doing this with no sound, by the way. Like, I just have to react after when I see it. So, that deserves a like, right? Right? Because I can't, if I have music and stuff, I'll get copyright. Anyway, peace.